happiness, you're going to get your mind back. Black and I'm proud. Black and I'm proud. When you claim your Africanness, you're going to get your mind back. Black and I'm proud. Claim your African. Black and I'm proud. I'm telling you. When you claim your Africanness, you're going to get your mind back. Black and I'm proud. Claim your African. Black and I'm proud. I'm telling you. When you claim your Africanness, you're going to get your mind back. Black and I'm proud. Claim your African. Black and I'm proud. I'm telling you. Become a part of it. Embrace it. 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 When you claim your Africanness, you're going to get your mind back. Black and I'm proud. Claim your African. Black and I'm proud. I'm telling you. When you claim your Africanness, you're going to get your mind back. Black and I'm proud. Claim your African. Black and I'm proud. I'm telling you. When you claim your Africanness.
Peace, 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 and blessings, family. Dr. Daw and Queen of B in the building. Family, family, family. We are so excited to have you today in the place to be. You know, Dr. Daw and Sister Queen are in the building. We are here. We just, you know, we got a lot of things going on out here in these streets out here, you know. Real and I just want to say I just left an event. My sister received a citation for some of the good work she's doing academically and things of that nature. So thanks for your patience. Thanks for tuning in. Go ahead and like, share, and subscribe to the show. Share the video link with a friend. So today we have a topic. But before we talk about that topic, what I want to do is ask you to go ahead and Queen, just go ahead. Let's talk to the people.
Well, first I got to greet the people. Some people, Black Boxes, everyone. We appreciate you coming here. I'm bringing greetings from my South Carolina studios. And listen, guys, we're in a hurricane. I'm in a tropical storm. So I tell you, it's been raining for 3 days straight. If I go out, it's because of nature. So I wanted to say that, but we're doing good down here. A lot of water, but we're in hurricane season, but it's all good. It's all good. So I'm ready to connect with you guys tonight, and we got something to talk about. This politics out here. Get ready to go in. That what you got?
Nothing. No. I'm leaning on a queen. You know, last week, you know, the family, the all the way from California was like, look, you're doing too much, brother. You're doing too much, you know. And so, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and obey. Help build our YouTube channel, Black Box Radio. Subscribe. So, yeah. So I know we talking about political pandering professionals. Political pandering professionals. So part of what I realize and what I'm hearing a lot of is that a lot of people are having this conversation about I'm definitely hearing myself back, but nonetheless, I don't know what that is.
You got an echo over there.
Yeah. So, let me see what I'm doing here. So let me try it this way. So Kamala and Trump, there's some political pandering that's going on out in these streets. So what do you say to this, Queen? What you got for us?
Well, you know what? Politics is, I always call it politics. And the trick is always to tell you what you want to hear and do it, and then they do what they want to do. So, but to get there, they got to make you like them. And so we saw the Republican National Convention, and they had to have a rapper. They had to have a video vixen with tattoos on the forehead. They had to have Hulk Hogan. So they have these folks in space who particularly mean nothing. They're just what one might call celebrities or whatever. But it's to sway your mindset, your vote or whatever. The people you like. And so we saw the convention, and it had a lot of people you like, or if you don't like, who knows? Amber Rose, that's her name. So they had Amber Rose up there, and a few of the other folks, and then some black guys. You know, they had the black Republicans. Y'all know what's up. That's how they do it. Then we look at Madam Kamala, the black sister. She had her big rally, and she had Megan, baby. Now you know Megan got them 21st century knees. So no once in a life, the once in a generation knees. So you know everybody love Meg. And so that's for us too. It's she's a cult sensation. And she had Megan, and she had and then of course Beyonce let her use her music. You know, Beyonce don't let nobody use no music, baby. So this is and I think, listen, sisters, we got to come together. I believe that we should support each other. That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying that we're not supporting Kamala. We're supporting the Democratic Party and all of the I don't want to say foolery, but all of their stuffs. And they haven't always been good to the American African. So you guys got to be careful about who's out front, because all of the foolery and all of the stuff that we're going through in these democratic cities, i.e. democratic cities, is still going to go on once she's elected. So pandering is something that we're going to see. I think the black vote is very important. The black woman vote is extremely important. And there's a new vote out here, guys, that we got to focus on. It's ex-felons. They're able to vote also. So, you know, so they're trying to get those votes for sure.
So what are you saying? Are you saying that?
I'm saying, hell yeah, they pandering.
And are you also saying that it should be, are you saying that we should expect it?
Every politician. I don't know one that doesn't do it.
So what about Kamala? I mean, I had some conversations, and I'm hearing you talk about these knees, though. I mean, I kind of, it's like in the back of my head. You said Megan the Stallion has these knees, and
them knees is 21st century, baby.
So what's that all about? What do you mean by that?
Megan can get to the ground like no other. Shit. Us women be like, yeah, they you know how they say there's a once in a generation talent. She's talented.
You know, is that a positive thing?
It's a I don't think it's not a positive thing that she might have a double jointed knee. So I'm sure it might be good for her. I don't know.
So what are your thoughts about Megan the Stallion being, you know, at this rally? What are your thoughts?
That's for us to watch. That's entertainment. She's popular. Let's be clear. Megan is popular amongst all young people and older people. I like Megan. Her music is popular. And listen, Megan Thee Stallion has a hell of a story. So on top of that, her story resonates. So I think that it was appropriate. She got Megan to wear clothes. So listen, she did a lot. Megan came out there with just the belly out, very respectful, no ass cheeks, real talk.
So I hear people saying that she was twerking. What do you think about that?
I tell you, she got them bad knees, baby.
I don't think she had to get down too low, because I didn't see her get down though. Did she get down for what they say, the get down for the get down, or get up for the get? I don't know what they call it. How do they say it?
Yeah, I don't know that's not what they say. But I don't think that I don't think I watched. I didn't watch a lot of it. I saw a little bit. You know, those things don't pull my attention. But I saw her up there. I saw her in the royal blue. I saw her doing a thing. So, but I didn't see the whole thing. She probably did put a twerk on. I tell you, she got them wonder knees, baby.
I mean,
they need to put those knees in science for sure. I
also heard people say, well, they don't think, I think the thing is people feel like that is an issue because she feels by bringing Megan the Stallion and I guess the guy named Quavo or something like that before us, that this is...
that she made the statement, Quavo's song, yeah.
Yeah, and this is how she thinks of the black community. So this is what's being said out here, that you couldn't bring somebody else before us. You had to bring Megan the Stallion. You had to bring Quavo or whoever his name is. And people are saying that they feel like that is kind of like distasteful. They feel like this is how she sees us on an intellectual level. And all these type of things, there's all types of other pandering that she does with the hot sauce. And some people think that she's not really real with the hot sauce. They feel like she's just taking photo ops or photoshops or photo shots with the hot sauce, talking about she ain't drinking no crystal or she ain't whatever the type of hot sauce. She ain't eating no crystal hot sauce in her regular life.
Baby, she want that Texas Pete.
What they saying, she ain't eating no Texas Pete, she ain't doing no crystal. She's doing more of the Indian versions of hot sauce, So they're saying that she's
She Indian. What's wrong with y'all? She Indian, but she's a black woman. And it came out of her mouth. Listen, I'm black and I've always been black. So we've kind of debunked that. I mean, that was us last week, and I'm telling you that. Listen, go to the YouTube channel and check it out. That's one of the hottest videos out there. Check out it's Kamala Black. So we did that on Sunday. But anyway, she's black, and I think that she's in her 60s, and she has to understand that this young vote, the youth vote, is important. And so being relatable in these streets is important. Folks feeling comfortable. I mean, and we put our stars on pedestals before we put our scholars. So if she brought a scholar out there, would anybody have been listening? I don't think so.
Well, some people are saying that they feel like Megan Thee Stallion doesn't necessarily bring any more votes than what she would have gotten before. In fact, that they feel like that it does the opposite. It would deter people to vote for her.
Well, I see they talk about Megan almost more than they talked about Kamala being there. People say that, but it brought a lot of eyes to the rally. Megan is a college graduate. She's not a dummy. I don't know what's wrong with us. Like, as if this young woman, because she chooses entertainment. I mean, she has a degree. She can do more than that if she wanted to, or she can do lateral things. Megan is not an idiot.
So you don't feel no kind of way.
I think that the real problem is, how do we feel about our young people? How do we feel about our own young people who are rappers, who created a music that has traveled the world, that everyone loves, and we continue to attack our young people for expressing themselves. Megan expresses herself. Quavo expresses. They're in the entertainment industry. So I don't understand why we think that because we invite our young people, it denigrates black people when they're ours, and they're beautiful, and they're powerful. And they've been able, and they're liked by all cultures. So I don't understand. I think the problem's with black folks. Like, what is wrong with Megan Thee Stallion and Quavo? That's a form of us. It's many forms of us, but that's our babies, and they're beautiful. What's wrong with that? So I don't get it. I don't have no problem with Meg and the Wonder Knees, baby.
What about the crystal? The hot sauce in the greens in the bathtub.
She went to Howard. I know they had some Texas Pete on the table, baby. I know there was some hot sauces. I remember at Morgan, when we go for our condiments, it's always with some hot sauce near that chicken. So I don't know why we playing like that's something different. She went to Howard, guys. Jeez. I think we're looking for things that particularly don't matter. What she eats and how she presents does not matter.
So you have no visceral feelings when you see her doing these things.
I have no visceral feelings over our blackness. If hot sauce is something we use, then damn it, that's our sauce. If Megan is coming out there, she's our child. She's one of our children. She is ours. Go Megan. If she speaks about Quavo, go Quavo. These are our young people. What is wrong with us? And what's wrong with them? They might not be everything you want them to be, but they're present, they are ours, and they're beautiful. And we need to embrace our own young people. That's what I think. That's what I think about that.
It's more the proper perspective says it's more the isolation of her pandering. We can't get anything serious out of her. What do you say to that?
Yeah, he gotta expound on that. Proper perspective. We put the link you can come on and talk about a brother. But also, serious. This is a lady that was she was district attorney, she was state's attorney, she was attorney general. What else do you need serious out of her?
Well,
She is you've
I
seen
guess
her policy. She's a
I
serious
guess
woman. You know what
I
I'm saying? I don't
guess
know what else we need. You mean
yeah,
like her?
I guess the what he's saying, I'm assuming what he's saying is that it seems to be an imbalance of the type of people she brings to rally up or to the rallies. Like there doesn't seem to be the seriousness is not as present in her campaign or her pandering even as it is the more the lower chakra stuff that she presents before us.
I think that she's had one rally. She has not been in space for 3 weeks. And we have all of these expectations. Listen, we have like 90 something days. This chick just got on the scene. She just got the nomination. Actually, the nomination is not until August. I think this weekend or next weekend is coming up soon, where they're going to have the Democratic nomination. She hasn't even accepted it yet. So all of these expectations that I think that we don't have for Donald Trump and his foolishness. He still doesn't have an agenda. He's been president before. But we expect so much from each other. Again, to me, I think she's only been in this language for 3 weeks, guys. It hasn't been 10 months. It hasn't been 25 weeks. 3, if 3. So we got to look at that. Like, give the lady a chance. She's rallying up her base. She's getting her money straight. She moneying up. She got her money up. Of course.
What do we give her a chance for? Because I mean, I hear you on one hand
to establish everything that because she wasn't going to be president 3 weeks ago. She was vice president and
so
not
you think
running.
So you think it was a good political decision of hers to get or bring on Quavo and Megan Thee Stallion? You feel like that helped her?
She didn't bring on Quavo. She quoted him.
No,
she quoted him, and then they made it all this big thing. She can quote Quavo.
No,
why not?
I might not know Quavo like that, but she actually had, from my understanding, had him come to the same rally, and he spoke.
Oh, yeah?
He said some things.
There. Okay, I wasn't there. I didn't watch it, so I can't say. I know she quoted him at one rally. I think that we worried about the wrong things.
What did she say?
She said one of his songs for Donald Trump. You know, one of his. Walk it like a talk it. I think that's what it was.
Oh, that comes from him.
Yeah, that's the Migos.
Okay. Well, look, I'm not.
I need you to hip hop up. Really.
Well, I'm old. I'm not Kamala. I don't keep up with my children's hip hop. I'm a grown man.
Wait a minute, grown. This don't got nothing to do with music.
Yeah, it do. It has to do with class, and not social class, but class.
No, don't come for me. Come for him. I didn't say that. Hip hop is beautiful in all realms of it. Some of it I don't agree with. I don't agree with it, but I want to listen to my young folks. We got to embrace our young people.
But I understand. I do understand why people struggling with her decisions.
I understand, but I'm understanding if it was 22 weeks of Megan with the knees. She's been 3 weeks. What we doing? But give the woman a chance to roll out her agenda. She just picked the vice president. Understand that these 100 days has helped her. We had Donald Trump, unfortunately, and Biden, which I like none of them. I don't like none of her or her neither. I don't like any of them. Let's be clear. Don't think I'm standing in place.
Kamala either.
She's my sister. Yeah, she's my sister. I support my sister now, but I don't like none of their policy.
So what is the policy that you don't like about Kamala? I mean, I haven't heard anything that particularly that I can, I haven't heard her say anything specifically that I could say, well, I just don't like her policy.
Yeah, I haven't. Me neither. I just know in the Democratic Party, I think politics is none of that's going to help African people. We can vote. It's a tool, but it's not something that's going to free us. So none of them really are going to do anything for our condition as we see. I don't care what color they are, orange, green, or yellow. So so my goal is to, look into, like I said, go into the trash. When you throw something in the trash you really want and you pull it out and you wash it off, you're like, because you really need it. That's what we're dealing with. trash, and
So,
then you just get the best thing out of that's in the trash.
so
That's how I feel
family,
about
what
this.
we want to do, Queen, see if you can get your mic fixed. So, but family, proper perspectives is coming in as you get your mic fixed. I'm gonna bring brother proper perspective up.
Testing. My mic's working.
My mic sound nice?
Act one.
No, you gotta go to the settings or something.
One. Can't hear me?
Your mic, I don't think it's you're coming through your computer.
Okay.
So proper perspectives. Can I hear you? I can't.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. I can hear you now. I can hear you now. What's popping?
Ain't too much. Ain't too much.
Y'all know each other's family stuff, right? So this Winkler's, it looks like a Winkler head.
You ain't look, let us decide whether or not we want some people that.
Here we go. Listen, I am not gonna be defeated tonight. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Let's go.
That's what's up.
I think you got your mic right, and it sound like you got something in that drink. But go ahead, brother. Proper perspective.
No, what I was saying was like you know, and I'm not saying that it only happens with Kamala, because I think both parties and I think both candidates are extremely are pandering to an extreme level. But at least right now, if we're talking about Kamala, I'm like, it's more so the isolation of her pandering in the sense that it's all that she does. It's like when she goes to places, when she has public speeches or rallies, she keeps trying to, like, to some extent, it's like she's trying to relate to the crowd, which might be understandable, but it's a thin line, it's a fine line, and I don't necessarily think she's doing that great a job of it. So when she's in front of a black crowd, especially if it's a young black crowd, she's trying to use hip hop, in general, hip hop slang, words, themes, variations, and whatnot, to try and relate to the crowd, which is okay. So you try that. I don't think you did it that well, but then now move to, let's have the real conversation. And I think so when I say it's the isolation of the pandering, it's like when she was on the Breakfast Club and she spent so much time trying to convince people about the hot sauce and the collard greens. It's like, look, stop. Just like, can you talk to us about the actual issues that the black community is deeply concerned with? Okay, if you're gonna spend 1 minute talking about collard greens, then you got to spend 60 minutes talking about prison reform, reparations, college, increasing, improving college, school loan debt cancellation and whatnot. But you have to do it in such a way where your real conversations, they got to be strong enough and concise enough where they overpower your detractors who want to make everything about collard greens. If you can't frame your message and stay on your message in such a strong way, whereas the clowns in the classroom still get more attention talking about collard greens, you have a problem. You're not that strong of a candidate. Like with Trump, I can't stand Trump, but Trump knows how to control the narrative so that everybody that shoots an accurate bullet at him, that's why they call him the Teflon Don. He knows how to frame the argument. He knows how to dodge all of the bullets and stay in an untouchable position. I don't think she does. I don't necessarily think it's even a fault of her. It's like Democrats are historically terrible with staying on message, and they're horrible with reframing all of the negative and the flat that gets thrown at them, and they end up just getting washed and washed and washed, especially when they have a stronger candidate.
Okay, brother Papa.
Okay.
You good, brother Papa?
I'm good.
And I think you what you're saying makes a lot of sense. But I think that what we're looking at the Breakfast Club, which is an entertainment outlet. the way that we compile information and want information to be disseminated should not be disseminated on those platforms. First of all,
For
I
now,
disagree. I disagree.
I really
Go
don't
ahead.
think that is the place for us to think that something is from entertainment and have this entertainment base that they really never have any good content that isn't entertainment based, and expect to get her platform from the Breakfast Club. I think our sources are skewed.
I would say, I mean, I might agree that our sources are skewed, but at the same time, historically speaking, the young generation, the youth, have always had a skewed source. The youth have
can y'all help
always
me out? I mean, y'all way out my league. I don't know what the hell y'all mean by our sources are skewed. What is the source?
Perhaps he's talking about
Breakfast
maybe
Club.
platform is a better is a better
okay,
term, but he's
platform.
talking about being on the Breakfast Club.
Okay, got you.
And so I'm like, okay, yeah, to some extent, it's not the greatest platform. It's not the greatest place to go to have a strong conversation, a
Yeah,
serious
it's
and
a
sober
venue of
conversation.
entertainment.
But what I'm saying is she's only there for the youth. Young people have historically not had any venue outside of entertainment to get their information.
Did you see Biden on the Breakfast Club?
They look to TikTok. Like they looked at TikTok now. Before it was TikTok, they looked at Instagram. Before it was Instagram, they looked at Facebook. Before it was Facebook, they looked at MySpace and so on and so forth. Young people have always looked towards whatever entertainment network for real life political social commentary. It may
Brother
not be a
Papa,
good
so
thing,
Biden
but
went
that's
on
what they've always done. Go ahead.
Brother Papa, Biden went and talked to Charlamagne, and he even told us
He got
you're
as
not
much
black
flack,
enough if you don't vote for him.
and
So it was
he got
not.
as much flack. He got as much
I'm
negative.
saying he didn't go on
feedback.
there and say his platform neither. It is not a space for a
But no,
platform.
what I'm saying is, and he received the same type of negative response. People said he was pandering. He didn't answer any political questions. He didn't address the politics of his agenda. They said he was there to showboat, to pander, and he did it in a disrespectful manner. That's what
And
they're
I
saying
think that's
about.
what that platform is. We're
But that's
expecting
no.
that platform to give us knowledge. It is not a knowledge-based platform. It is entertainment.
I think I struggle with it though because they don't tell you that.
Right.
They don't say
All they
this.
have is celebrities and
No,
musicians.
That's not.
There's real serious
no.
celebrities.
Mostly celebrities and musicians.
Well,
Tell
well,
me
that-
something that they didn't have a shake from Iraq.
No, I mean,
They're not
I
having
mean,
no
just
such
because.
people.
Hold on. Let's get it clear. Just because you're a celebrity don't mean you're serious and that you're not politically serious, right? I would imagine if Lauryn Hill went on there, and I'm assuming maybe she did. I'm assuming that she wouldn't go on there acting like a Negro. Right. One, that's an entertainer, straight up, right? Now, if so I do understand the
Lauryn
argument.
Hill is a different type of entertainment. She's a conscious person.
But hold up. Let me finish talking. She is a different type of person, and so do we expect more from Kamala, because Kamala to us is supposed to be the next president. And I am not saying that I don't understand, but to now a whole, if Lauryn Hill can go there with a certain level of decorum or representing us in a respectful manner, and I think that's part of the thing, that due to our history, we take individuals' actions as a group problem. So if one person messes up in our group, we take that on. I think that's a problem as well. I think that becomes a problem. That's a part of our experience, part of our trauma. I think it's understandable though. So again, I can understand why people have a problem with the pandering of Kamala, but I can also understand, well, if it works, that will be my question. Does it work? And it's her goal to get elected. Now, if her goal is to get elected and that foolish pandering works, then I would say that's why she's doing it. Now, if it doesn't work, then I would say, why is she doing it? Also, I think part of the issue I have is that We speak about Kamala pandering, but we hardly speak about Trump doing the same thing. And that becomes the issue in our minds, I think, due to our experience here in America. We just ignore all the pandering that Trump does. We ignore all the pandering that the Republicans do. In fact, because it almost is just as sickening when you see the most ignorant white people. I mean ignorant in the true sense. With their bib, I'm not. When I mean by ignorant, let me reframe what I'm trying to say. The people who are not quote unquote traditionally educated at a higher level, right? So we're talking about people with bib overalls, and they might have all the education. It might just be a look. That might be a look. That might be fake or whatever it is. But they have all these people and look like they're from the steel mines, the coal mines, the farm yesterday, and all this type of thing on there. And they behind with their signs up. And Trump and Vance is out there pandering like hell. And I almost feel like, damn, y'all really think these people y'all saviors? Yeah. You really think these people you're saviors? But to go back to Kamala, man, I just saw look, brother Jabari on Sinetta, and I don't even really watch Sinetta like that, but I just saw from my and I think brother Jabari gets mopped a lot, and people say he wins these debates. But I swear to God, I saw Jabari mop brother Lord Alba the other day. He mopped him. He took him, he put him on the floor, and he shared all these things that Kamala Harris and her politics and what she had done specifically for black people. And it was more than one thing, and it's some real things. So what I'm saying is that is also a part of the conversation and the narrative that gets skewed as well. And I'm not saying I'm for Kamala, but what I will say is, if you are in this system and you are a black capitalist, you might as well vote Kamala. If you ain't about liberation, revolution, and you ain't about overthrowing the system, then you might as well vote for Kamala. I'm just saying. And most of us ain't. So go ahead and vote for Kamala.
I'll agree with that.
But if you're for revolution, I get the idea why some people say, we don't care Trump getting there because the conditions will get worse and then people will have to fight. But if you ain't ready to fight, you don't want to if you ain't ready to fight, vote for Kamala. If you want a Band-Aid, vote for Kamala. If you want some revolution, I see what you mean. If you want to fight, you want to take up arms and all that, vote for Trump. You might get closer to that possibility. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm just saying. Go ahead, brother.
I mean, I agree 100%. Like, you know, I jumped on a little bit with Sonetta last night.
Oh yeah.
I was talking about like two things, but one of the things I was trying to get across was like the people who have a problem with Kamala are the same people who have a problem with the police. Now I'm like, okay, so you have a problem with the police. You don't like the fact that the police over aggressively police our community. You don't like that they kill us and get off. And they have only recently started to lock up a few policemen for overly aggressive actions and murder. But you have a problem with Kamala Harris, and you're saying vote for Trump. And Trump wants to bring back qualified immunity, which is what gave them the authority to overly aggressively police our neighborhood. Trump wants to bring back stop and frisk, which gave them the pass to overly aggressively police our community. But you have a problem with Kamala because whatever she did, no matter how you feel about what she did as a prosecutor, she did that as a prosecutor in California. She didn't do it as a senator for the entire country. She didn't do it as vice president for the entire country. When she began to represent herself and make decisions on politics for all 50 states, most of her record points towards controlling the police. But people are literally trying to say vote for Trump because she put some California brothers in jail. And they're not saying, and they're ignoring the amount of people that Trump signed the death warrant executions when he was in office. They're ignoring the people Trump want, the Central Park Five. They say they don't even care about the Central Park Five. So they're ignoring his desire for them to die, his doubling down on wanting them to be killed even after they were exonerated with DNA evidence. All because she was a prosecutor in California that put some people in jail. So I'm like, there's I don't know if it's cognitive dissonance or some, I don't know what it is. Like it makes no sense to harp on Kamala as the bad guy when she's done more non-bad, when she's done more to at least try to control. I don't like Kamala at all, but she's done more to try to control the police. If you say police, like everybody is always up in arms about the George Floyd policeman, whatever act. She tried to get that instituted. Trump successfully blocked it.
Absolutely. So all these things, and then you know what, cuz what I say, when I think about Trump, right? And I think about, I was talking to Queen and a few other people last week, and I said we should probably do a show on the profile of Black Trump voters, especially these Black men. And I think that what we will find out is these Black men are very traditional. They want to be traditional. They're hurt. I would say they're hurt, and they're very rigid people. And in their mind, they want to go back to the old days so they can gain power over their women. They literally are they're very misogynistic, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a P word.
Patriarchal.
Yeah. They're very patriarchal in their ideology. They feel like they should be over the woman. They feel like the Black woman has moved too far, that the family has no values. And I'm not saying that none of that isn't true to some degree, but we're not going to get it through this white patriarchal way. And that white patriarchal way never worked for us. And so a lot of these men are hurt men, and including Judge Queen, I'm going to say his name, Judge Joe Brown, and a lot of right-wing Christian fundamentalists who are just so far right and so far rigid and so far in fantasy land that they don't make any sense. I'm sorry. I'm saying psychologically, they are rigid, they are stuck, and they are hurt. There's a level of trauma there. I'm saying this is a social diagnosis for those male hurt Trump voters who literally think that we have to turn the hands of times back and do things like the good old days, which is never existed for Black people, at least, and it never existed for most of the society, and that's what we're saying we want to go back to. So there has to be some cognitive dissonance, as you're saying, but I also think there's some trauma in the brain that keeps you wanting to go back to these good old days to take control as the man of your house, and women just shut up. I'm telling you that's a profile for a major portion of these Trump voters. Then there's these others who think they got their little education or their little business. I'm saying little, you know how we say in the Black community, your little business or your little education. You know what I mean? Your little business or your little education. Now you think you're in a different income bracket and somehow you want to get some, and they placate to these people too. They pander to these people, but they're only thinking about their selves because they think somehow they've reached the pinnacle of what it means to be an American, and they reached the American dream, and all the rest of y'all Negroes, y'all could work just like me. And they're stuck in the brains. They're locked in the brains.
Yeah, they are.
Go ahead, Queen. I see you saying something, Queen.
I'm listening. Nothing to say. Just listen to you guys. Nothing to say at this point. Nothing to say.
So family, join us in the studio. Whatever we call this thing. Come on the platform. I got the link in the chat.
Box. The owner's in the box.
What you say is in the box. We got the
This is
link in the box. Come and join on the Black Box Radio family. Like this video, subscribe to this video, all those type of things. But cuz I really appreciate you coming in. You got anything else?
Oh, well, I wanted to go back on the Breakfast Club thing because I looked some stuff up, and I'm just like, when you look it up, it like one of the searches or whatever that I found, it characterizes the Breakfast Show. And it says the Breakfast Show is known for its engaging and often controversial interviews, has had a variety of serious discussions on its many years, over its many years on air. The show has consistently featured a mix of in-depth conversations on politics, social issues, and personal stories. It also says young people, particularly those in Generation Z and millennials, show a marked preference for non-traditional news sources over traditional outlets. Shows like The Breakfast Club, which blend entertainment with news and social issues, resonate more with younger audiences compared to conventional news programs. And so that just underscores my point. It's like I get the idea that politicians would either want to or would need to go to the platforms where the audience, where the voters are. And for Black people, especially young Black people have traditionally, so when I say traditionally, I'm like, okay, I may not mean like traditionally back in the 60s. I would say at least the tradition, like starting in the late 70s to the early 80s when hip hop took over. Because when hip hop took over as part of the culture, part of hip hop was to be politically aware, to be socially astute. And so there was a movement in hip hop to say, if you got something to do to prove that is supposed to be for the improvement of the community, you got to come to us. And you got to come to us on our terms. We're not going to go to CNN. CNN got to come to us. And that sort of took hold. So since then, there's always been a need or a desire for those politicians to come to whatever is the hottest go-to platform, so to speak, whether it's the Breakfast Club now or even during the Clinton administration. Arsenio Hall was the go-to every night person. So Clinton had to go to Arsenio Hall if he wanted that segment of the Black community to give a rat's about voting for him. I don't think so. For me, the problem is not that they're going to an entertainment outlet. The problem is that entertainment outlet has the ability to take a moment, take a break from entertainment and be serious. The candidates are not being serious. Like you're not going to see Kamala Harris talk about collard greens when she goes to CNN, when she goes to Fox.
Hold on, because let
me
ask you a
question. They are not the same as the Breakfast Club. I don't get why you would compare that to CNN. They're not the same.
They don't have to be the same.
You don't ever see.
There is no Black network for serious. There's no Black network.
Yes.
What about Roland Martin?
The Breakfast Club is not a Black network neither. It is not Black owned. It is not a Black network. It is a network. It is not Black. So to say that the Breakfast Club is something that we own is not. We got Black people talking who are a part of the Breakfast Club, but it is not a Black network. That's first. Second of all, CNN has never had any of these rappers on. CNN does not platform that. They are strictly news. So it won't be, there's no comparison. It's apple to oranges. So to expect the Breakfast Club to be able to, and they didn't ask those questions. They never asked her platform. They talked about foolishness. They laughed and giggled with her. They never asked her a challenging question. So you expect for her to say, okay, this is what I'm going to talk about. They run the show. Charlemagne, Envy, and that's the chick from Baltimore now. They did not ask any challenging questions to Kamala.
Was this recent? Or we talking about in 2019?
And this is before she was vice president. Yeah, before she's running for president. So I don't understand what we expect. It was before she was running for president.
Well, let me ask you a question because I really don't recall it.
She's not president.
I don't really recall the interview. Are you saying there was never moments on that interview where they had serious conversations? Typically, I've listened to their political conversations
Because
where
she was
they
vice
do it.
president. She wasn't
They
running,
do it.
brother.
What I'm saying, but typically, I hear they do ask some questions, whether or not you agree with them. Where they do have serious moments. Are you saying during the interview, Kamala Harris and the Breakfast Club, there were never any serious dialogue?
I'm not saying there wasn't any serious.
No,
dialogue.
I'm asking proper perspective.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I think what I'm saying is when she was on there, the conversation about the pandering conversations, whether it was collard greens or hot sauce or whatever it was, those pandering conversations are what became the entire conversation. So if she, I shouldn't even say if, the serious conversations that no one has taken control of the narrative to like to make sure that the serious conversations stayed in rotation. Like everybody, especially everybody who is a detractor and anti-Kamala, everyone has taken the hot sauce clip, the collard greens clip, and pass it around and spread it around and continue to share it. She doesn't have anybody, she's not employing anybody to try and stand on top of this narrative. That's what Trump does. Trump will say some dumb stuff, but Trump will make sure that there's somebody on his payroll whose job it is to stay in charge of the messaging. So no matter how much people say, well, he messed up in this and he said this and this was awful, he still has people sharing the good clips. Not that there are good clips, but the good clips for his base. Like Kamala doesn't have anybody, like everybody is going to everybody, all the people who are against her want to share the collard green clip. Nobody wants to share. She doesn't have anybody sitting there who's being paid to share the commentary on protecting the neighborhood from police and gangsters.
So you're saying that there's a deficit in her own campaign
structure. Yeah. Yes.
No, but
I think it's, go ahead.
But the people who are sharing the clips are typically the general population, right? The general public, the ones who are sharing the hot sauce clips and these type of things, right?
We can assume such. I don't necessarily know that. Like, I honestly think that there's a bot.
But she's been running for 3 weeks.
Type of thing going on. But there are definitely real live humans who don't like her, and they're sharing the bad clips, the negative.
So you're saying that there's some bots sharing the clip. A human had to set set
those bots up.
Yeah,
and so what I'm saying is, if you're a candidate and like we live in an era of bots, like you can't get around this automated feature. So if your detractors are using bots to spread clips that make you look bad, you're not going to use bots to spread clips to combat your opponent?
You're just going to say, I'm going to stand on my record. Those clips were 5 years ago.
They were.
She's been running for office for 3 weeks.
But
let me finish, Brother Proper. I'll let you finish. Let me finish. She has not accepted the actual nomination yet. They have not even had a Democratic convention yet for her to accept the nomination. That's within, I think, the next week or so. So I think we're being preemptive with all of these standards for someone who just knew that they would run for president, had to get her money up. She had to do her thing. So I think that this standard of she should have this and she should have this in 3 weeks.
I think it's I think it's totally fine though. I think it's totally fine.
I'm saying I don't. I think that we have to. I think that we have to give her a chance to get seated in what she's doing. And these are 5-year-old clips. They've been in the algorithm for a minute. It didn't just start.
The reason why I'm saying I think it's totally fine though, Sister Queen, is that
I'm saying it's only been in the algorithm, brother Da, for years.
Right, what I'm saying it's
pop up.
Okay. It's coming from a place though that's saying, look, Kamala, what we need you to do is to spread the message that you need to spread and not allow other people to frame who you are. So basically it's coming from a pure place. So I think we all can be critiqued at any time and it can be helpful. So if someone said, look,
critique is good, but I think that we're talking about the algorithm that has seen these clips over and over for 5 years now, and then we're saying that bots are doing it now. They've been playing this heart sauce since she's been vice president. It's nothing new. These are the same clips that's been out here over and over and over.
Bots are real.
And I think bots are real. I absolutely do.
So,
but we're not talking about new clips.
But I don't think what he is saying is as negative as the people who are out here trying to who are out here attempting to destroy her with those clips. So,
I don't say that the clips aren't wrong. What I'm saying is, all I'm saying is this is where she is now. She has to produce new content. They're going to use the old content. They're going to barrage her with what she did in 5 years ago. That's what they have. So now it's time to produce some new stuff.
But I don't even think that's necessary though.
But she has to.
No. I'm saying I don't think that's necessary. What I'm saying is she has her record is strong enough to show the other side already for the last however many years she's been in political office. So it's not like it's the people are putting out misinformation. Now I'm not saying she's an angel. But what I am saying is she does have enough stuff that we don't hear about that needs to be put out there. Even the very clip I put out there that everybody kept saying, she never said she was black. She never said she was black. And they have all these little fake clips saying, and they're saying she said she was East Indian. And the fact is the person asked, was she from South Asian or the first Indian person? Yeah. And she just said, yes, she just agreed. She never said I wasn't a thing, but these are the clips that people are putting out there. And I think it's very important, even if she doesn't do it, I'm saying that those who support her put out and share these clips that we're talking about as well. You know, if she wants a chance or if she wants to frame, I think it's a good critique. I mean, any of us, I think, can take that critique. I'm not saying
it's not a bad critique. I think that what we're talking about is something that is not new. And so you will see that she has to do a lot to combat 5 years of something in the algorithm. The algorithm is something that none of us can act. So she does have to put stuff in there, but those things that they're using now is not new information, and they're going to come to the forefront as she's now president. So to say she should go what she did on Breakfast Club is 5 years ago. So now what are we going to do in this next 3 weeks or she has 80 something days for the nomination. She has a few days for the nomination. She has 80 something days to actually run for president. So she has to be very intentional. I agree. And I agree with him. I agree with you, Brother Proper. But I also think that our expectations with someone who did not know they would be running for president in 3 weeks, to me, is astronomical. And Trump has been in this thing forever, and he still doesn't have an agenda that makes sense. All we hear about is Project 2025. All we hear about is all the things that he didn't do, all his felonies. But he has not said what he's going to something that makes sense for us neither. And I don't hear this critique for Trump.
But do you say neither? You're saying neither.
We expect him to be an idiot, and and that's what he's doing.
So should we
expect it?
So you're saying neither. So you're suggesting that she doesn't have anything.
I'm not. I think she just laid out her agenda. I think she just put it on her website. She just got a presidential website. I think it was just laid out. Did we look at that? I think she just put her agenda on the website.
When you say just, what do you mean? Because I looked.
I think it was within 2 days.
There. I looked today.
Oh, it's not there.
I did not see an agenda. I've been looking for it. I have been personally wanting to like on my own social media. I've been personally wanting to post stuff about her agenda. I went to look today, it still wasn't there. I said, oh, well, I will shut up. But now it's funny to me because, again, I can't stand Trump. But Trump has his agenda 47, and it's on his website. It's been there for a while. I get what you're saying. She's only been in this thing for 3 weeks. I get that. I don't know what the standard, what the appropriate amount of time is supposed to be allotted for any candidate when they're running for president. So for me personally, I can sit back and wait. I know enough about her to to say I feel like I know exactly what's going to be in her agenda anyhow. But what I'm saying is when I get online and I'm talking to this person or that person online on this platform or that platform, all I hear are these particular critiques. So if I'm talking about the people who are critiquing. I'm talking like we all know that in any election, you're going to have a certain amount of people that's going to vote this way and that way. Nobody's going to sway them. It's always about the swing states and the swing voters. What I'm saying is what she needs to do, like there's a certain amount of black people that's going to vote for Kamala no matter what happens. There's a certain amount of white people that's going to vote for Trump no matter what happens. What I'm saying is what she needs to do, at least in my mind, she needs to try and figure out how to get these black people, maybe the black men, who are swearing up and down they would rather vote for Trump.
Yeah, these men.
The news sources are saying that even though it's still a low number, it's still going to be higher than it ever has been of black people, mainly men, voting for Trump. I would think you would make an attempt to pull those people back in. But that's just my thought. And, I'm like, there's somebody in the chat saying, I haven't looked at this and I haven't looked at, I am not critiquing Kamala because I don't want people to vote for her. I'm critiquing Kamala because my position would be, if you're gonna vote for her, or if you're not gonna vote for her, at least make your decision on some valid issues. Don't say I'm not gonna vote for Kamala because she ain't black. That's just pure idiocy. If you're not going to vote for her, say you're not going to vote for her because you don't like this position, this program, this position, this policy, this vote, what have you. That's what I'm trying to express. If she controls the narrative, there at the very least there should be the black men that don't want to vote for her. They should at least have more reasons to not vote for her than she ain't black and women shouldn't be in charge.
I hear you, but I think the presidential election season has been going on for at least 8 months. She's just been in it 3 weeks. And I think that she has to, yes, get her ducks in a row very fast. I think this short amount of time has actually helped her. But I think that we're comparing her to Donald Trump, who's been knocking this path for the last 10 months. He should have an agenda on his website. It's sensical. I think her, and listen, I'm not pro Kamala. I just think that we have to be fair with someone who's been thrown a bone, and now she about to eat some chicken. Let the lady eat proper.
Like I said, I honestly don't think anything that I have said should be taken as a don't vote for Kamala campaign position opinion, because it isn't. I'm like, now personally, I'm not going to vote for her, but I don't think it's not my intention to express anything that would say don't vote for her. My intention is to say be knowledgeable about and be more, I don't have the right word, be more adult about why you're going to vote for her or why you're not going to vote for her. Like, don't even vote for her just because she's black. Vote for her because you really think the policies she's going to set forth are going to help the community.
I mean,
I don't think there's any candidate. I think that if we go into voting in that sense, we're going. That's a deception to think that any candidate is going to help African people and help our community. It's an absolute deception. It hasn't happened in the history of it. And
that's why I don't vote.
But okay, I'll challenge. So what does that mean? What does that mean, y'all? I mean, I don't get that. I don't think that's totally true. I think we have to figure out, what do you mean that no candidate is going to help black people? How do we measure helping black people? That's part of the issues for me, huh?
Not in a sense that the community something would be just for us, reparations,
Well,
something
that's
that
part of the
just
issue,
for
though. I think that's
everything
part
that
of
we are getting. Let me answer. Everything that we are getting is something for everyone, and we should be intentionally whole because we've
where
been
do you get that
intentionally
from?
hurt.
Where you get that from?
I mean, you look at the Obama's the
The
Obamacare.
well, well,
Obamacare is a beautiful thing for all people. It's helped the black people. It's helped black people tremendously when it comes to healthcare, but it helps everybody. So I think we will get some little trinkets, but since we've been intentionally harmed, we should be intentionally whole, and that means intentional policy.
But I
we're
think
not going to get that
again,
from
I
any
think that's
people.
part of the misinformation that Brother Prop Perspective is speaking about. To say that she doesn't have any policies or any ideas or any points of view to say that things should be specifically for black people, again, is a part of the information campaign that the trolls are put out there, who take that little video, memed it, and have her saying, black people, what? Black people, I'm not going to do anything for black people. And people are passing that on because, as if that's true, when she specifically in the same entire video told you very specific things. If you looked at the entire video, that she has done for black people, want to do for black people, and so on and so forth. Just reparations. You just said that no politician is going to be pro reparations.
And she's pro reparations. She is.
So again, but you just said, that's what I'm saying. You're saying two things. Like,
I didn't say that. I said that there's no candidate that's going to actually, even when she gets in office, she's not going on reparations for black people.
Hold on. But she spoke about the need for reparations for black people.
Okay.
She did.
They all speak.
No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. Biden didn't. Trump sure didn't. None of them really ever said that. I don't know one who said, but she did.
A very
listen.
Few.
I'm here. I'm going to say it. There's no.
I'm saying presidential candidate.
No presidential candidate is going to hold black people. They're not going to make us whole. I don't believe it. I have to see it. So maybe it will happen. I'm not saying it won't, but I don't think it will.
When you say no presidential candidate, you mean of the two main parties.
Yes, we'll make a black candidate whole. I mean, black community whole. No, I don't.
But you mean of the two main parties?
Main, secondary, tertiary, whatever.
So who would make the? I'm sorry, go ahead, brother.
Don't tell me Cornel West, please don't.
I'm gonna I'm gonna say you said. Look, I know Cornel West hasn't a snowball's chance in hell of winning. What I'm saying is Cornel West has a platform that says reparations will come if I'm elected. Marianne Williamson has a platform that says reparations will come if I am elected.
The ones who can't get elected, they are the ones who saying
this is true. But this okay, but here, but
not going to happen.
This is the thing. If, like, we as black people have always talked about getting reparations, we either need to kill the commentary or literally stand up for it. We need to stop putting it on the back burner. If you're going to vote Democrat, then you have to do whatever it takes. The same way we protested when a white man killed a black child and we shut down the country. We need to protest for reparations. You put it on the agenda, you make it work. If you can sign a piece of paper and send $10 billion to Ukraine, if you can sign a piece of paper and send $50 million to Israel, you can sign a piece of paper and send $50 million to black people.
Okay. Tell me, I want to be there when that gets signed.
So
I want to be there when black people force.
But the problem I'm having with both of your arguments still, though,
you cannot like the accoutrements of white folks and then force something. You cannot want to revolutionize and you want to be in their society too. You got to pick one, and we're not even ready for that, for those type of decisions you're saying. You can't want that what they want, be in this system, been ready for and then say I want
never worked to get there. Like we continue to pick the easy road. We continue to pick the integrationist route. Like since we got off the plantation, all we've ever said is it's just gonna be too hard. We need to just figure out a way to get along with them. And
That's
that's
not
why
what I'm
we
saying.
are where we are.
I don't think that. I think our issues are we've been in this society for a long time. The coddledness and what we like about the society, the conveniences, it's very hard for us to leave it. So and for us to say if we protest and come together, we cannot not shop at the Gucci store. So it is. I think it's asinine to think people who've been acculturated to this society to then say, okay, stop doing that and stop everything and just fight for reparations. It's not going to happen. We got to stop working. We got to stop our kids from going to these schools. We got to stop everything, and we're not going to do it.
So what do we do then?
You see what we're doing, right?
No, I'm asking what do we do?
You see what we're doing. We're talking about it, and we're not going to do it because you have to revolutionize. You have to change your behavior, and we're not. We can't. We will not change our behavior. We love all of the.
But you said we're not going to do it, but then you say we have to do it.
I said that's the only way. We're not because we love the extras of this society.
So what's the other way then?
Walk away from these extras, and we're not going to do that.
So do we now participate in electoral politics then?
I think it's
because I'm confused. I'm confused. Like if I'm totally in or totally out, then I'm going to tell you the direction I'm going to have to. I feel like what's being said is being said without any strong measurement. Like, so I'm going back to the idea that both of you said that they ain't going to do nothing for our people. They've never done anything. They never will do anything. And so what I'm saying is, I don't think that's true. One, I don't think that's true specifically. So I don't think that's true. But now I think what we're really saying is, I think we all are saying that they're not going to start a liberation. I think that's what we're saying. But many of us are also black capitalists. I think if you're a black capitalist, why do you want liberation?
Thank you.
I'm asking the question. So I think if you're a black capitalist, you might as well go and vote for Kamala.
That's what I'm saying. I think
if you like the society, if you like the society and you think we have a chance within it, go vote for Kamala.
That's exactly what's happening. You know, that's why we feel fired up.
It depends on where the source of your capitalism, your funding is coming from. If you're a black capitalist, you actually can make just as much, if not more, money as a black capitalist with Trump in office. If you make your money off of the black community's fear, especially the fear of white people, the fear of the Klan, the fear of Trump in and of itself, you will make it's a field day with Trump in office.
But my problem with this is, though, and I have to agree with Dr. Ball, that even the idea of being a black capitalist is false, and it's just false. One, it's not enough of us going to do great anyhow. It's just going to be a few of us, right? I mean, not even doing so. I'm being a little facetious when I say black capitalists. The reason why I'm saying Kamala, because we want the condition. We believe in the dream. So if you believe in the dream, go ahead and vote for Kamala. I mean, I do get what you're saying, though, that there's a lot of people who will vote for Trump. They believe Trump is best for business, but Trump makes conditions difficult for black people, more difficult. Let's say that, as you were saying earlier, he makes the conditions more difficult. If you're not saying we're going to have a revolution, go vote for Kamala.
I agree with that. I agree with that. Like there is no real justification for.
If you're voting, I don't think Trump should be an option. If you're going to vote, that is, to my stance.
So
but
you're not going to do what Biden said. You're not taking people black card, are you?
No, I don't believe Biden either. I think they all have.
Biden said if you vote for Trump, I'm taking your black card.
Please.
Pandering.
Who is he to say that?
Pandering and insulting.
You call that pandering? I call it insulting.
Yeah, that's not pandering.
I call it both.
I get it though.
That's insulting to me.
I mean, there were black people that agreed with it.
No, I got you. I agree with you. Some people think it's cool.
Yeah,
I think it's ridiculous.
He used the word black card.
He has no.
And I can take it.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's read some of these comments.
It's a lot of them, brother.
I mean, well,
Papa,
it's
we
cool. Let's
appreciate you.
just say read some of them.
All of the comments will be over you. So we appreciate you coming on, Brother Proper.
I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming up. Anybody else who wants to get in here? JT Facts, jump in the building. Miss Cooper, Monica, come up in the building.
Monica, please come up. Listen, we got a stream for you, sis. We got the link is in the chat because you've been lighting this chat up. Come on in. You pro Kamala, and we'll bring Proper back.
Like, share, subscribe. We'll bring Proper back.
If Monica comes in, I'm gonna bring you back, brother.
like, share, subscribe. Because Monica coming in like I was at the rally last night.
Monica,
up
you
in Philadelphia.
Getting on here. We about to go in. So if Monica could probably don't go nowhere, brother.
I got a headache.
So we can put these comments up. Don't go nowhere. You stay right here, brother.
I'm up here deep. I'm not gonna lie. I've been trying to stick in here, but I have a serious headache, to be honest with you. But I'm gonna stick in here with y'all.
Yeah, stick with us. Yeah. Sister Monica said, also, please let the gentleman know it's a process. Although she's a nominee, there has to be a roll call at the convention. It would be out of order for her to make certain moves before it's official. Proper. I kind of said that, but I don't know. Monica.
I don't think it's a problem, though.
I don't know.
I still don't think it's a problem. I think the critique is needed. The critique is needed. The other part I would say is this: when I hear us say as a process, come on, man, we acting like these people don't have plenty of money and plenty of staff and support. We're acting like she wasn't already running as the vice president of America when she was on the ticket with Biden. Like, so what I'm saying is, I mean, I get it, but it's not really, I mean, it's no excuse.
Like, she's not new to this. She true to this, right?
Like, what was she doing? What was she doing with Biden before she decided to take the throne? And you can't say that just because 2-3 weeks ago she decided to do it, that there wasn't some talk about it before it happened.
That's true. That's true. Monica's coming strong. She said black men numbers are unfortunately have not yet determined elections in a long time. I don't suspect black men voting for Trump will matter this time around. Wow. This is what they said out there.
But I'm talking about the psychological framework of our brothers who want to vote for Trump. I am saying they are scary. I am saying they are scary. That is what I'm saying. And I'm not saying Kamala is all this and all of that. But what I am saying is the rigidity in the thought. There's a certain level of hurt, pain, trauma from from whatever it is. I want to be in proximity, and I have to overlook even Candace Owens. Just listening to her, you have to know she's sick. I mean, it's the fact that you can't hear how racist Trump is. I don't care. He is overtly racist. It is not a secret. But you want to vote for this guy. What I'm saying is, even as Kamala is lying, I don't give a goddamn. At least she's trying to at least appease you. Trump ain't trying to appease you. In fact, when he does it, it's very condescending. So what I'm saying is, it has to be something going on inside of you psychologically to really want to vote for Trump. I'm saying not everybody. Some people but what I'm saying for a great majority of these brothers, they are hurt. They have trauma. They have something going on inside of them, as my cousin says, some cognitive dissonance. That's serious level of cognitive dissonance when you can literally see Trump sit up there and really go before the Association of Black Journalists and say the things he said. You know what I mean? And then critique Kamala or Biden, whomever, and really critique. It's a sister name on the internet right now. And what I'm saying is, this sister, I mean, she has a show. It's called Sabby Sabs. I mean, I get a lot of information from this sister, but I see that she's so anti-Trump. I mean, Kamala, that she's began to join the forces with Trump unwittingly. Unwittingly, she's become a Trumper, and she's repeated the number one culprit, Judge Brown. Yes, I'm going to say his name, Queen. Judge Joe Brown and his craziness, and people are. Judge Joe Brown has become their new cult leader, the number one supporter for Trump. Black men follow Trump and they believe him, and he spews the worst level of accurate information. He spews the worst level of accurate information. And whenever you show these people accurate information, the cognitive dissonance kicks in. And then they come up with something else. They move the goalposts, and then they go, well, she's not. She says she black. Oh, well, she not. Well, she says she black, but she not like us. I mean, come on, like, shut up. What I mean is, like, shut up already. Why are you repeating everything you hear Tariq Nasheed to say, everything that Yvette Cornell says, everything that you hear? I'm hearing myself back so strong. Let me stop. So why are you repeating all these things? Or it's time for black people time for us to stand on business. Stop saying the same thing these people are saying. If you're not a bot, you're a bot. If you are not a bot, you are a bot. It is sickening. Well, you know what? I know it's going to be all in the comments, but it's fun to watch when I'm reading it. But I'm saying, I hope you're a bot. I hope you're a bot, and we're just not that sick.
You coming, Da? You coming? That head is gonna explode, bro. You say you got a headache.
I do have
that Winkler head, bro. That Winkler head. You better slow down.
What are you saying? We got a similar head. Me and my cousin.
I got that Winkler head. Proper came in here with that head, talking all of that.
He was. Look. Proper gonna have to come back on. He came on. We was a little like, what we gonna talk about? He came in there with all types of the. Well, he was ready. Look.
Every Wednesday, Proper. We need to see you. But real talk. But and I want Monica to come in here because she came hard for Proper, and I think that she is, she's really into politics. So we would love to have Monica. And anyone who wants to come in and talk to us, please come on.
As my father said, though, that he knows he's another Winkler. You ain't gonna never see his head. He said we just literally left an event earlier today with some very strong local politicians, and I think that we have to see. There's no such thing as that no one ever did anything for us, or they all good or all bad. I think that's a part of the psychological problem. That is a symptom of trauma when we say things like there's no one, or they all bad or all good or all this or all that. That is not accurate. It is never accurate. When you say that, you're just you're just showing your fear
in
the trauma that this country has caused us. Mm-hmm. So there's no such thing. If you think it's like we say, well, we need people to go and fight for us, and then somebody go out and fight for us, and then they say that they're the enemy. In fact, I mean, we feel this all around, and I tell you all the time, Queen, it doesn't just happen with politics. It happens in all areas that our people go out to fight for us. And I always use this example when I talk to Queen about it. Be like, so even the brothers, there's a lot of brothers who, can you hear me still? Can you still hear me?
Come on, okay. You coming hard.
So it's a lot of brothers who come up here. And when they debate you, the only comeback they have is, look, they want to talk about your education. You got the white man's education. You got this, you got that. Sisters do it too. But what I'm saying is, you told me to go to school for you. That's what they told me. Go to school for you. And when I go to school, now you want to use it against me because now there's something inside of you that is unsettled by this education that you told me to get. So now anything you think that I said that you don't agree with, you want to weaponize the education that I went and got for us against me. So you got that white man stuff. You are educated fool and all these type of things. How about you just don't know? How about that? How about the education you told me to go and get? I actually learned something. And then I'm trying to bring it back to you, but you don't want to listen to the very things that I went and learned that you told me to go and get when I bring it back to you. Medicine is bitter, but it works.
Ooh, Da, you coming. Da, they don't like the scholars. They like the rappers. You know what I'm saying? When you look at a panel, they got the T.I. And they like the rappers. They want to hear the stuff from the rappers. They don't want to hear from the scholars. But the scholars is what we need, guys. We need scholars. So I hear what you're saying. Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
I mean, you get more respect, honestly, and I'm not beating up my brothers. You get more respect if you do a bit.
That's so
You
true.
try to go and do a bit. That form of institutionalization somehow supersedes the other institutionalization.
Because what I think happens is there's so many brothers in jail. They have to flip it and make it valid because that's where they're present. It's unfortunate. So they make this stay in this institution something of validity because so many of them are present. There's a lack of brothers present in college institutions. And I think that is what we see is where we go. We have to flip. We flip the word nigga. We flip institutions. This is, I think we do to give us some validity in society. What do you think about that?
Oh man, I was reading these.
Well, you can't be reading
we flip it. So we flip these. Well, look, we flip these words, right? And
yeah, we flip words. We flip institutions because whatever we're part of, we flip it. That's the black way.
We flip it, but we flip it.
We flip everything. And so since we're present in jail, then jail becomes valid if you do a bid, which makes it's nonsensical, but it's the truth.
Again, I'm going to say, look, I've thought about this for a while. And when we talk about pandering, if you want her to win, she's going to pander. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? She's going to pander. I'm sorry. I keep taking them down because they be blocking me. But look, I like people to see all of me, right?
Yeah, but see all of you, bro.
No, but if you want her to win, I'm sorry, she's going to have to do the political stuff.
Yeah.
She's going to have to placate, pander, do all the things. I'm sorry.
They all
if
do
it worked,
it.
I'm assuming there's some research. I could be wrong, but I'm assuming that there's some social science behind this thing. I could be wrong. Now, do I like it personally? Hell nah. But the thing is, I'm not the only human being out here. I don't like it. I'm just going to be clear. I do feel like it's a mockery. And I don't, and the other part is I don't really care about what white people think about us. I don't. So the fact that she puts hot sauce and now look at how white people looking at me, I don't care. I don't. I really don't care. I don't care if they see us twerking. I don't care. In fact,
you don't mind Megan with the Wonder Knees?
I saw Megan. Look, I told people a few years ago, I went to a concert to see Lauryn Hill. I have issues with Megan Thee Stallion. I do. Some issues with not her personally, but the culture, the system that has exploited her.
Yeah.
And that she has now become a part in that system, and she has to now sell herself that way. Now, but what I can say is that I'm not one of those people that cannot see from what I saw 2 years ago when someone took me for a graduation present. They took me to see Lauryn Hill at the Baltimore Preakness Festival. And at that festival, Megan Thee Stallion was on the podium. You know, I'm a little classified and classy, and I'm looking like, look, Curtis is like, look, he trying to take pictures with me there while Megan Thee Stallion's on the stage. She took a video like, yeah, got Doc out here at the Megan Thee Stallion concert. See, he paid
you too classy for that. We know you too classy.
I ain't go there for no Megan Thee Stallion. I'm just going to keep it a buck. I will not support. I'm not supporting that. But nonetheless, I saw the things, and I saw how many young ladies love her, including those who consider themselves a part of the conscious community. I'm saying that there were so many people there when Megan was there, when the daylight was still out, the evening daylight, whatever you want to call it, evening light. And when Lauryn came, all those sisters left.
Wow.
And it was a whole different crowd. But what I'm saying is it was more people there when Megan was there, although, you know, the last act is normally the big thing. And Lauryn was the finale, right? So, but Lauryn closed it out, and she closed it out strong. But what I want to say is what I saw on that stage with Megan Thee Stallion, I was like, I wasn't even looking at it because it was outright deplorable to me. I didn't like it, honestly. But what I saw on that stage compared to what I saw on the stage at the presidential rally, I just have to keep it a buck. It was different. It was different. I mean, she did a little twerk. She did. It was a little something, but it wasn't anything much. She's an entertainer. She was dressed. She, in fact, honestly, I never found the lady to be attractive, to be honest. But that day I did because she had clothes on. I said, wow, she's pretty. She's beautiful. I didn't get to see her face or nothing, but I mean, the way she had clothes on, she showed her little stomach. She had a little tie on and all that. She looked very attractive to me.
Well, her name is Megan Thee Stallion.
Well, she didn't look that attractive to me when she was naked on the stage and getting all the
That's
young
name,
ladies.
She called herself a stallion, bro.
Well, nonetheless, what I'm saying is she wasn't the worst form of entertainment. It actually even looked a little cultural, if you had to ask me. It was done with a lot more class than what I saw with all those naked asses on the stage when she came to Baltimore. I'm just saying it's different. I'm not saying I approve of it, but what I'm saying is I do have to admit that people say, look at this. They looking at the video, the same video I'm looking at. Look at what she's doing. It wasn't that bad. I'm just gonna be honest. If that was if Megan Thee Stallion didn't have a name and she went up there and did the same act she did, no one would have said anything. It's really about the history of Megan Thee Stallion, not exactly what she did on that stage that day.
Yeah, it's those needs and what she does on stage and how naked she is and what she brings to the table. But on top of that, she's talented. But unfortunately, all of the other stuff overplays the talent to me. I think she's very talented. She can rap.
Well, I don't know if she can rap, but but what I will say is I won't go there. I won't go there. You know what I mean? I won't
choose between her and Lauryn Hill. I'm gonna choose Lauryn Hill. But I do like me some Megan. So I like them some generational knees. I done told you, them Wonder knees, baby.
Well, they said Sexy Red is the hottest joint. Why didn't she have Sexy Red?
Is the worst thing ever. Come on. So Monica never came in so proper. I want her to come in, but she never came in. She's still hitting this box though. She said black folks want to change this thing from the outside. Once elections end, black folks don't stay involved. Involvement in Washington D.C., Annapolis, Maryland Hall is actually where the community get their needs met.
Well, I mean that's not totally true, but we have to keep it a buck. Our politicians need to do better as well in connecting.
Oh, how did you come in? I put the link in the chat, baby. Let me get you back to the link. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Doc. Go ahead. The link is in the chat, Monica.
I was saying to throw a blanket statement that black people aren't involved. That would mean that all the black people I know aren't involved in politics. Now I can see what you're saying that we can use some additional help, but to be honest, this system has black people doing lots of things, and it stretches us very thin.
Yes,
it stretches us very, very thin.
I agree. Monica, I put the link in the chat. You see that StreamYard link? You hit that, you come on in, and I'm gonna put you in proper up, and it's gonna be on and popping. So you come on through, Miss Monica. She said she's involved, and she is. She's very involved, and she moves policy. So I think you are a good person on this topic. But I also think the expectations we have from politicians is disingenuous. They don't have that much power. The power relies in us and really in local politicians. We're so worried about presidents who they actually sign bills. They don't make policy. So be careful.
I don't think it's totally disingenuous because there's things that some of our politicians could do, but they want to keep their job. So now you become compromised with the paycheck or for the people. There becomes some level of compromising going on. Now I saw JT's Facts had something up here earlier.
JT Facts is coming. He said he was going on an international trip. You need to come in here too, JT, all of this, because he's been here the whole time. And we appreciate you, JT Facts. Sorry, Clinton.
JT go way back, Sister Queen, if you want to know. JT goes way back when we were doing our shows on Conscious Black Business Network, saying Kofa, I'm a father, all of it. He goes way back, probably 10 years or more years ago, as one who tunes in over here, and we've been through this cycle with Trump before, JT and JT heard a lot of the same men. And at that point, I was like saying, well, to be honest, I'm like, look, and I'm not totally against that thing. Like, well, people will feel it more if Trump is in there and maybe we'll do something. I'm not totally against that idea. I understand how people could think that. And I'm not, but I also understand why naturally people will want to have Kamala in there or anybody in the Democratic Party, because it takes some of the pain away, the direct pain. Yes. So to act like that is crazy is not. People want to live with as least pain as possible. But I think the other side, though, dealing with Trump, and you think that he's somehow not racist, or you think that Trump somehow has our interest at heart, or you want these good old day values to come back and all this type of thing, and somehow you ignore that we in those good old quote unquote days weren't in good old positions. I'm not saying we're in great positions today, but I think that goes back to what Proper Perspective is saying when he said, like, I think we take the easy way. And I think that naturally that's true. Most people take the easy route because they don't want to hurt. Nobody wants to sit there, like, you gotta almost be crazy to go to war. Let's be honest, and sign up for it. It's a certain level of brainwashing that goes on to have young white men wanting to sign up for this country and go die for this country. Most black people to go fight for this country was hoping and praying that they wouldn't have to fight. They wanted to pay.
They want benefits, but they want benefits in the bill, and they want the VA benefits. Yeah,
there's a high level of indoctrination when we talk about these people who are voting for Trump. There's a great level of indoctrination. And believe me, these political people who are trying to understand the ignorance of the masses. So pandering is a part of the process. I'm sorry. That's what they do. They understand in some way we think it's derogatory or degrading, but people literally like that stuff. People like when they see you in a certain position as Kamala Harris or even Queen or Dr. Assar, Dennis Assar Winkler. If I say, yo, what's up? You know what? They feel more connected. Literally, if I say an explicit term, they feel like I'm down. I'm telling you, people want those people that they feel are important to do things that they can relate with. Oh, she like hot sauce too? Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, she like hot sauce too. Oh, she a real one. She a real one. I don't know which accent I'm doing.
I don't know what that is.
That's probably like that Midwest. I'm sorry. Let me not mess with my Midwestern brothers.
Don't do it.
Hey, JT Facts says a vote for Kamala is a vote for a hopeful future. Social programs that benefit the people and not just handouts to the rich. What do you say to that, Queen?
I say that we better be careful with thinking that's so. She is the rich, and people hand themselves out when they have the power. So to say that it won't be handouts to the rich, I don't think so. To say that it's a hopeful for the future, I don't think that can come from one person. Presidents sign papers. They don't make policy. Social programs that benefit the people. What social program would that be? Usually the social programs in this country benefit capitalism. If it's child support, capitalism is making money. If it's going to public school, capitalism makes.
But that's why I say
social programs makes money for the capitalism. So I don't know about social programs, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
And also deter. Like, let's be honest. Like, Democrats are the reason why minimum wage and things are higher. So there's a lot of business people that are really arguing and fussing and stressed out right now because they have to find a way now to pay these employees. Now, but capitalists are those who are really ultra wealthy. Yeah. And most of the people who are struggling because of some of these things are people who are small mom and pops type of places. So
but the administrators, the legislators, they are not poor. That's what I'm saying.
But they're not.
The folks who are making the rules, they don't need tools.
Well, they do. I mean, they're not. It depends. Are you talking about like?
They're saying 80% of all are millionaires.
Well, you're talking about like the federal government,
senators.
So United States.
Yeah, these United States senators, these legislative people, they're not poor folks because they have access.
70% of them are millionaires.
Are millionaires.
So 70%.
Most of them have millionaires after they got in office, not before.
Not so
McConnell, he got
70%.
rich in office. They get rich in office.
So you're saying 70% of them though? Where is that? Where did you get that from? I'm not saying it's not real, but I know. I'm just saying I know we really good about those. We gotta be 70% of them, and these are more like at the
that's right.
federal.
I read in jest, so maybe
the federal.
I read that
at the federal level.
At the federal level, that our legislators aren't poor.
Yeah, I mean we can't. We got to keep it a buck that there is there is a level of aristocracy in these elected officials. I'm not saying that some of them don't want to do any good. And I do understand if people would go. I do understand why one would go and vote for Kamala. I do, for various reasons, and even some of the things she says that people say she doesn't say. I don't, in my mind, know why somebody would vote for Trump, but I do understand why from a psychological level. So, JT Fact says, I'm not, I am not.
Majority of the lawmakers in the 116th Congress are millionaires.
What is that?
I'm just reading. Reading
116th Congress. What is that? Oh, that's right now.
The number of the one that we're in. Yeah.
Okay. So, JT Fact says, PP. What does PP stand for? PayPal?
Proper perspective. That's a winker.
Okay. Proper perspective. I am not a Palestinian. Me and my community have our own problems, which Kamala will cater to first.
Who is your community, brother JT? Is he American African? What is JT? Since he's not a Palestinian.
JT sound like Tariq Nasheed up in here. JT, you're FBA.
What are you? What's your community?
I mean,
51% are millionaires.
51%. Clifton.
That's
Where's
what he
Clifton?
said. I'm looking at a number.
Clifton. Just don't throw it in there. I need to see the source, brother.
You're dealing with research paper. You got to come with that source, brother.
We look, because I'm not gonna go be repeating things just because I'm not saying it's not real, but please put the source in there. Black American, African American,
I got you, brother.
American African. So no, JT, my man. I gotta go and find a show. I think we did a show. I think we did something with him on there before. I put a lot of things on. I am not FBA or ADOS. He says, I repeat, I am not FBA or ADOS. Thank you, brother JT. You know, that's my main man for real, JT. JT has a lot, I think a little bit more. I believe JT's a sharp brother. I'm not gonna lie. But I do believe JT has a little bit more hope in the system as it stands than I do. I'm not saying that JT is coming from a nilly-willy perspective, though. I'll be honest. Yeah. If I would put JT up against many of the people who are anti-system, because I'm certain that JT is going to come with facts that they are lying about. Brother
Clifton said USA Today. Sorry.
Yeah, US Today news website. Please put the link in there, Clifton. Please put the link, brother.
Clifton, you're dealing with research paper.
Yes, she calls me research paper. Y'all go back and look at that show last week. Y'all gonna see how frustrated Queen was with me talking. And no, I'm not gonna say that. Maybe she wasn't. But go back to the last week's video, y'all, and then share a comment under the video if you can see whether Queen looked like she was done with me or not. Go ahead and put 1 if you think she was done with me about 3 minutes into my presentation, and put 2, which means no, which means nah, she was vibing, she was jiving, and she was moving on. Now,
I think we need to stop the infighting. I think we have to stop the infighting. We have to be on we have to be together on this.
Is Proper Perspective coming back on? I think he wants to come back in.
I want Proper to stay right there. He can come back on.
He left out because he left out.
You want to come back in, Proper? You can.
He wants to come back in.
Okay, that's cool. Let me get the banner out of here.
He wants to fight JT over the airways, not in the chat.
Get the brand out here, buddy. Come on back.
He want to fight JT on the airways. Okay, look.
He was going traveling.
Hey, Queen. You see what JT said? He put a 1. I watched the whole thing.
JT, Yeah.
Hey, JT, she was done with me, and she be acting like she be gaslighting me. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like,
JT, bruh. JT, I'm put the link in the chat for you.
JT probably won't come at you.
Because he said he was busy, but he been here the whole time.
JT was like, I'm gonna tell you the truth though. JT was like a name, like just a name in the chat board for like many years for us. I'm like, is JT real though? He my main man. I like JT. I'm like, but he don't never show his face. And he did give me the honor. I can't remember if we went live. JT, remind me, did we go live, JT, or did we just do something private? Me, you, and somebody else. I can't remember. Maybe it's Brother Sankofa. But I was like, hold up, JT got to be a federal government agent. He might be in the federal government. You know, I could, you could tell
Leave
JT.
a man alone. What's wrong with you? Proper's on the board. He in the house.
No. What I'm saying is JT is when I say federal government, I'm saying he probably got a good federal job, not that he's an agent.
Not 5-0 federal 5-0.
Oh, we went live, but yeah, that's my main man, JT though.
Yeah, we got proper.
What you doing, man? What you trying to comfort JT? JT wearing you out in that chat board, so you want to come on and express yourself in front of the camera?
Oh, another Winkler head. Let me put my thing on mute. It's over for me.
Hold up, JT. Proper, you on mute or something?
Proper, you on mute.
Hey, I think he.
There we go. You hear me now?
Yeah, right.
All right. There we go. No, I ain't sparring. That ain't me for real. But I'm like, I mean, like everybody, I got passion and strong and strong held, views and opinions and whatnot. And yeah, I mean, we was going back and forth a little bit because I think it was him that asked me, what is it that we want out of reparations? And so I'm like, for me, it's funny that people like to bring that, they bring the question up. Well, what do you want out of reparations? And then whatever you tell them, they tell you why that's not appropriate or that's not important or that's not valid. And so I'm just like, it's funny that people always ask. So, I give a response. We want these things. It's just like with Elijah Muhammad and the Nation of Islam, they put out the 10-point program. And like for me, for a very long time, and I'm not saying it's dead exact, but I'm saying if you look at the 10-point program, that's all. If you take away any comment about a religious attachment, then the 10-point program is almost exactly what we want out of reparations.
True.
We want our own land. We want our own government. We should have
sovereignty. That 10-point program.
We should have. Even in the 70s, there was the Republic of New Africa, who fought that, their goal was essentially it was taking the 10-point program.
Cuz hold on. What the hell are you talking about?
Talking about reparations.
We want our own land. Hold. He's
trying to say people don't know the 10 points.
We really
ain't about an hour and 40 minutes, guys. I'm giving y'all a time check. We've been here hour and 40
time
minutes.
checks. Look, Queen, this is gonna be an after party. You gonna have to go to bed. We're gonna still be on this joint. You know what I mean? No, I'm just messing with you, Queen, this week. I'm gonna leave you. But hold up, cuz. I mean, what did you say, Elijah Muhammad?
Yeah, yes, I did.
All right, I need you to back it up for me again.
He put the NOI. We about to be in trouble.
Hold on. Did you say that you in the reparations you want them to give black people their own land in this country?
That's what I said. Yes.
I mean, I understand.
I know. Is in the stream with audio only. Okay. Go ahead.
I understand. I understand why we would probably want that. But how realistic is that? One. And two, I'm not saying it can't. How likely is it they're going to give us that as a part of our reparations? I'm just saying, how realistic do you think that truly is?
To be perfectly honest, I struggle with it in the sense that I know it's not realistic, but at the same time, I know nothing is realistic if you don't have enough people working for it.
Mm.
So it's not and I say that because reparations itself, if we take that completely off the table, reparations still is an unrealistic goal because the majority of Black people either don't want it or don't want to fight for it. So I'm just saying, like, if we talk about, like, when I talk about the idea of reparations, I start about, I'm going to talk about the whole package. I know, like, with any kind of a negotiation, you're going to whittle it down and you're going to end up losing some of the stuff that you're asking for so that you can get some of the things that are more quote unquote pertinent. But I would never personally have a conversation about reparations without talking about the whole kit and caboodle, because I like the idea that people should at least know and understand what, like, you should know how long we've been fighting for reparations. But because one of the reasons Yvette Carnell and Tone, or whatever his name was, and Tariq Nasheed and all those other people, one of the reasons they were able to pick up so much ground is because the vast majority of Black people don't know anything about the history of the campaign for reparations. So they were able to get on the line and say, we don't have reparations because ain't nobody worked for it. And the vast majority of Black people don't know. They never even heard of Incobra. So they just believe them. Well, that's why we ain't got it, because we ain't never worked for it. They don't know the full scale history of it. So when you at least know the full scale history of it, then it makes, like, then for one, if you're just encountering Tariq Nasheed now, and you hear him say we don't have reparations because we never asked for it, you're gonna think that's the truth. And then 3 days later, when you hear somebody else start talking about Elijah Muhammad, the 10-point program, Marcus Garvey, this, you're like, you don't know what the hell you talking about.
Yeah.
I already learned the truth.
Tariq Nasheed is a problem.
He's definitely a plant.
With his ideology.
100%.
Yeah.
So you said problem, he said plant.
I say
piece,
everything. He's a
problem plant.
He's a plant too. He's a problem for sure.
Yeah.
You know, cuz though, like,
okay.
I mean,
we're not talking about political pandering.
You're talking about Elijah Muhammad's 10-point plan. I think that honestly, I don't see just the fact of that plan in America, in the way that America is structured. I mean, I agree with you too on many things when you say that you're never going to get something to bring about what looks like liberation. I feel like I get what you say when you say that we should at least put our energies towards a thing or something. You said it was like, if you never put your in, but I think you'll have more people likely to put their energies towards something that sounds realistic, though.
Well, I mean, I get that.
And if the more you put stuff in there that you know that just ain't gonna happen, you know, because the United States ain't with the shits.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I kind of get that.
So I just wanted to say that because my client said it to me. They be like, I ain't with the shits. So
US ain't with the shits though. That's the truth.
They ain't with the shits. So I mean, and then these Trumpian people, can you imagine how they would memify that? I mean, they want their own land. Oh my God. How un-American is that? See, like, even in reparations, in getting something from them, it has to seem like it still goes along with the governmental
they gotta approve of it. It has
process.
To be their
like, it has to be a part of what the American United States stands for. We're all together. Type of, the lie, the fiction, the myth.
Yeah, no, but let me say this. Because even Malcolm X said one of the angles Malcolm X was working with was he I don't know if he said it directly to Martin Luther King, but it was something. A question was presented, and the idea was, as long as I'm standing here demanding the whole kit and caboodle, they have a more vested interest in letting Martin Luther King come in and say, here's what we'll accept. Because they know if they turn you down, I've already asked all of my followers to scream for everything. I've asked my followers are willing to grab the guns and shoot. So they have a vested in, no, I'm saying that's what Malcolm X was saying. Okay. What Malcolm X was saying was, I'm gonna stand here with a tank ready to blow it all up. You're standing there with a peace sign. They're more willing to talk to you about peace, not because they believe in peace, but because they know I believe in setting off the bomb.
Because you're a lesser threat, in other words.
Right. So so the only reason I brought it up was to say, look, if we talk about reparations again, if we talk about it, I say talk about the whole thing as like you say, first you got to define a thing. So you define reparations. Even historically, Israel got reparations. What was their package? Their package was land, money, government training, and ongoing support.
But they didn't get reparations for who did the harm. They got reparations from everybody, but who did the harm?
They got it from everybody. They got it from
everybody. So why don't everybody come in as a concerted effort and repair us? That's not going to happen.
Because we're not fighting for it. But again, we're not fighting for it.
Even if we fought, there's the European aspect of this Jewish thing, and we're off topic, guys.
Okay. No, I mean, no, we're on topic because I mean, what we have down is a conversational starter. I get it. I don't. No, we're not.
We need to have a show on reparations.
This is Doc in the Box. We ain't off topic. Trust me, I knew that Trump and Kamala. Because this is what I'm doing. Because I'm getting you back for last week. I ain't having it happen this week. So look, Trump and Kamala, political pandering professionals. That ain't gonna hold nobody's attention for too much long. I mean, after a while, we can't talk about ass shaking too long and hot sauce, and that's just to get us started. Let's get this party started right. But I do understand what you're saying as far as us maybe having to close down.
I'm saying close down, and I think reparations has to be a show. I think that this is something because truly, like Brother Proper said, is people don't have the proper education on what reparations is and why we should have it. And so we need to talk about that. And then what particularly is reparations and how because can reparations for all of us? It's so many Black people are not homogenous. So, I mean, when we look at reparations, what is reparations for all of us? We're all at different levels. We're in a capitalistic system. Some of us are at different levels and we think differently. So what is reparations? I think this should be a topic. And because we're moving into something, yes, political pandering, we done that.
Queen, talk about what you look. You ain't got to explain yourself.
Pander. We about to close down, bro.
You ain't got to explain yourself.
I'm saying we about to close down. Now, reparations can be a show. Political pandering is happening, and we know it's going to happen because that's what the politicians do. So why we're not expecting it? That's my close. So Proper and Da, y'all drop some jewels, and we're gonna get out of here.
Proper, you've been propping around here today. We appreciate you properly, and we thank you for properly bringing some fire to the conversation. Hey, Queen, that's my big cuz. I told you that's my black cuz since I was little, right? Sometimes he be Islamic one day, the next day he like Kemetic, and sometimes he got but he got all that up in him. That's why he talking about this Elijah Muhammad 10-point plan and bean pies.
I stand
with him on that.
Bean pie. Look, all y'all. Look, you want. That's why you got your kufi on, Queen, huh? I see you. But look,
this ain't no kufi African. First of all, I definitely think this Winkler head is in the building, and I felt like I'm in the minority today.
The Winkler head, huh? No, why you ain't just say them attractive men over there? Why you with the nice smiles? Why you ain't just say that? You know what I'm saying? So go ahead, cuz I'm messing with y'all enough today, but look, this ain't my thing. I bring a little levity today. I don't know enough about
next time.
Huh?
Monica said she's coming on next time. She didn't know how to.
Hey, Monica, look,
I'm gonna show
Monica,
you, Monica. I'm gonna hit you with the link. You gotta get that
Monica,
link and come on in, baby.
Monica, like I ain't have my head dead last night. I was partying too hard in Philadelphia with the vice president on her
What is wrong
campaign.
with you?
I couldn't come up in here looking like this. But Monica, we take you. It's like the church. Come as you are. I'm messing with you, Monica. But thanks, Monica,
Leave
for
her alone.
really, really engaging with us.
Yeah, we appreciate you, Monica.
Online
Sister
and
Monica.
all
This
those
is-
type of
this is-
things.
She
Family,
a bad sister.
hey, Queen, I'm still talking Queen. So look, like, share, subscribe, like, share, subscribe. I heard that all last week. I'm told I'm coming get it this week. Like, share, subscribe, family. And cuz last words though on a real tip.
It was good to be on here. You know what I'm saying? If y'all do a show on reparations, I definitely would want to jump back on it for that. Again, reparations is an entire full scale package of things. I wasn't trying to, say it should only be the idea of separation. That was for me, like I said, historically, that was just one thing. That's where it started, but it has grown, mushroomed, transmuted, and transformed and changed over years. And so I was just saying, okay, let me start from ground and then work forward. But it's a good show. I love the engagement, the interaction, the sharing of ideas and whatnot. So I'm good.
And one more thing, Proper. What you think about the pandering? Drop something on that.
I mean, I'm never gonna say that I'm in favor of pandering, but I understand that pandering happens, because like I said, I understand, I see a value in any candidate using entertainers. Like, we've always had entertainers that supported the movement and the cause. When Martin Luther King did rallies, when Malcolm X did rallies, there were entertainers in the house hyping the crowd before the speaker came out. I get that. So I didn't have a problem with Megan, being there. I may have had a problem. I may have a problem with Megan in general. I may have I have a problem with Amber Rose, which is a way bigger problem.
Yeah,
with Amber Rose.
Okay.
But I get the idea of having entertainment and celebrities present. I like, for me, I'm always the type where it's like, okay, after the fun, you better talk to me about something real. Okay. Like, I don't have a problem with the entertainer. I have a problem with Kamala trying to talk in a Southern accent at one convention and trying to talk like a down home Black person in another convention. And then she goes somewhere else and she want to talk like a preppy in another convention. I'm like, that's the pandering I don't like. Be you and talk to people about what it is, the reasons they need to vote for you.
Okay. And we know that the Democratic National Convention is either this week or the next weekend. It's coming up very soon. It's coming up. And so we're going to see a lot of pandering. We're going to see the stars come out. Bruh, it's about to get pandered up. It's about to get pandered up.
Kung Fu Panda.
Look past all of that and look at the policy and see what definitely is for our community. That's what's important. That, listen, don't let them entertain you out looking at the policy and look at what they're actually going to present as their plan. All right, Doc, you always got the last word, because this is Doc in the box.
Absolutely. So. Act like it sometimes around these parts. You know what I'm saying? Act like it. I ain't got, look, this y'all show today. I enjoyed it because, y'all taught me a lot. But when it comes to this pandering piece, again, my problem has always been that we're talking about pandering when it comes to Kamala, but not many of us speak about all the rest of the politicians, including the Republicans, are doing it as well. In fact, that Trump has done it. In fact, I did never even known about this guy. Come on, Sleepy. Come on out, Sleepy. Hello. And whatever the other guy's name is. Come on out, Sleepy. I was like, what the hell is that? And who are they? I was like, these guys, what are they? Two rappers that never, now this is what I was thinking. Are they two guys that never made it back in the 80s? Then I talked to my son. He said, no, they my age. I said, they your age. I was like, these guys look like two old busted up men. And he was like, no. He showed me a video of them, and I said, no, these aren't them. Then he went and he looked at the stage, and he said, I see what you're talking about. These guys look older than you. Like, come on, Sleepy, come on out. You know, and not just us. See, again, is the pandering that takes place with the white folks. They need to be up in arms about, look, I feel sorry for them. I'm sorry. I have empathy. I'm a therapist. I have empathy for the white folks that with the bib overalls on. You know, my father taught me that. He's from, you know, down the country, right? Bib overalls and all of that type of thing on. And they out there with their pitchforks. And
white people too.
And they out there with chewing hay in there. Well, you know, they putting on Southern accents too, and white supremacy power and all those underlining things. They do a lot of pandering. So what I'm saying is, again, if you think that she's going to win this, what is the thing called, election? She's going to pander. She's going to pander. Everyone's going to pander. Monica says she's going to win. So there's going to be some pandering going down. But nonetheless, I do agree with Proper. Queen, take that off the stage. Take that. Okay. Proper. I was looking at I was like, this comment is covering over my presentation last. I was like, I can't even see my own presentation for all these comments that's 50 miles long. But anyway, so it's all entertainment, family. I'm pandering.
That's not funny. Leave the black boxes alone.
I'm pandering with a little entertainment. See, I'm bringing entertainment today, and you guys are bringing the information. You got what I'm saying? You know, but nonetheless, I will say, in all honesty, I do agree with my dear cousin, Papa Perspectives, when he says that we do want to see some realness afterwards, at least, right? And I do understand why people feel the way away when she does that, and I also see why she might be doing that, and I also understand why people might not feel like that she's honest. I might not, and so I think this thing is so complex, and you know, what do we say we're going to talk about next week?
I don't know, but it sounds like this reparations is hot. Since dear sister Kamala that's what she thinks we should have it. I think we need to talk about.
Well, Kamala said we should have it, and then this will be a part of what Proper Perspective is saying, that lots of times that information is not being put out there. Nobody like if you ask most people out here right now, if what Kamala's thoughts about reparations is, and they will say she doesn't support it, but that would just be more of our reactionary thing. But at the same time, I also think that what did Kamala mean by that? Because she said, I think that some form of reparations is needed. Now, what form of reparations do you think? You know, so and I think that's a honest question. But anyway, pandering pandas.
How we get pink?
Huh?
What the heck?
All right, so we out of here though. We out of here. We out of here.
We out of here. We got pink. They sick of us.
What happened? What's pink?
Background turned pink. Well, how that happened, bro?
The background turned pink. What are you talking about?
It doesn't look pink on your side, or it looks pink on my side. Sorry.
You know, sometimes those brownies, when they kick in, they start to do things that to people. Hey, look, I'm just messing with Queen today, y'all. I'm just messing with Queen. Queen would not do a thing like that. You see what I'm saying? But
listen,
Queen,
you need help, guys. But we're out of here. Listen, I want you guys to like, share, subscribe. This is Doc in the Box. We're here every Wednesday on YouTube. Please black up the algorithm. Go to Dr. Dennis, hit him up, subscribe. We'll see you guys next Wednesday.
Peace, family.
Black and I'm proud. Claim you're African. Black and I'm proud. I'm telling you, when you claim you're African, you're going to get your mind back. Black and I'm proud. Claim you're African. Black and I'm proud. I'm telling you, when you claim you're African, you're going to get your mind back. Black and I'm proud. Claim you're African. Black and I'm proud. I'm telling you, become a part of it. Embrace it. 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 When you claim you're African, you're going to get your mind back. Black and I'm proud. Claim you're Claim you're African, black and I'm proud. I'm telling you. When you claim you're